I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. Deep for the bank and they know I'm in prison. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking nothing from my boy heavy.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Brandon Cooks. He's coming off a 114-yard game through the air. It's the Texans and the Packers, and it comes your way next.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Taking in at the 3. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
He'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" cornerback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. 17 carries, 56 yards. Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch. Shoves him aside. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. He'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. They'll drop the throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Titus Howard, right tackle, the man flagged for that one. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And it's now 3-0 Texans.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumping.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
He'll drop to throw.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Well, this looks like a roughing call.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll run it with Jones. Oh, look at the juke. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Alert! Alert! Check! Check! Hey! Hey! Alert!
Jones is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Jones again.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Packers have moved out in front.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kid who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So here are the Packers now to take over. They were losers a week ago to Arizona, but they're on top here as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Here's Jack Fox now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Texans will take over. And now out comes Houston. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. And this one is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
From the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Going to throw right side here, complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Hey, you! On the ball! On the ball!
Looking to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Packers with the football here late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this. But you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
That pass complete to Deontay Hardy.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. So we have reached.
Everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Houston. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 17-3. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. The Texans offense set to regain possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And they run the option on second down. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. He'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. He'll look to throw. Shark's got it, left side. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. First and 10, it's Pierce. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Open man right side is Shark. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They'll set up to throw. Going for it all. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack there by Rasheem Green. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They'll look to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll be out right at the 35. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Pierce takes it straight ahead. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the fourth. Back now at Lambeau. This offense so far on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Cooks on the quick slant. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. It's their quarterback. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packers ready to take over offensively. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. They'll set up a throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Up the middle, Jones. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stumped the fake, and they take over the ball.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Working the sideline. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want to check. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A run for Pierce out of the gun. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. 2nd and 5. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll get this 5-yard line, but no further than that. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. For a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they... Lutz will look to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A 10-play drive that time. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Yeah, Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. To Dobbs, and he hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of about 5. That stops the clock, but slow and steady won't win the race at this point. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and the sack happens...
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So advantage Packers here. They'll possess the ball first with a chance to win it here in overtime. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Back to throw. This is caught. It's Hardy. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pick.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the Texans are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Hey, red.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
Hurry up.
And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. Now they'll run on the draw. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Packer pressure, and down he goes. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They're going to look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. That one complete. He finds Shark. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Going for it with Pierce.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. And we're going to get whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the extra session. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he missed it. It's no good, and we will play on here in overtime. So into overtime and all the way to the end of overtime.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah.